Morning all, it's that time again for Sunday's Q&A. Bank holiday comes 6 times a year, daytime enjoyment to which everyone cheers. Bank holiday is a 6-pack of beer, then it's back to work, AGIN. Yeah, so we're off for Monday. Someone asked me once, how would you charge more money for running on bank holidays, weekends? No. In short, you're lucky to get a job on a Saturday or a Sunday or a bank holiday, and they tend to then sell, if anything, they sell for less. So don't bother, stay at home with your family, have a barbecue, enjoy your life. It's not all about work. Although for some of us it kind of is. Right, we're going to start Sunday's Q&A. Firstly, a big hello to Danny Richardson. We've started Where's Wally, or I'm going to call it Where's PT, people that can spot me out on the road. And Danny, you get the award for being the first person to actually spot me out on the road. I'm driving round a roundabout somewhere near Denham, and this guy comes next to me in a blue van and starts tooting and doing this, and of course you do that thing. And I went, hello mate. And then I thought, who was that? And I kind of thought it might be my mate Stephen Spokes, because he looked like my mate Stephen Spokes, but he was a bit younger and he had like sort of thorny tattoos, and Stephen's got like football tattoos. And then of course he'd come off and he said, I spotted you. He said 3 days ago. I said, wouldn't it be great to see you on the road? I think it's the flag in the back of the van that gives it away. But yeah, so you are officially the first person to spot me on the road. Well done. You don't win nothing, but it's nice to have a wave. Maybe one day we'll have a cup of tea. And also to the other Danny, who turned up at Amiga Couriers yesterday morning, and he started his change on my recommendation. He's got a better van than me. He's got a Mercedes with a like curtain side. And I went, I wanted one of these. Where'd you get this from? Anyway, morning guys. Nice to see you. Right, what we got to do, let's get on to the questions here. The small van debate. And now I did the video about what size van to run. It isn't right. So the long and short of it, the small van debate. Now it depends which way you want to go. My mate Alan out there, hello mate, how you doing? Paddock truck still brilliant, thank you. He loves his small van. He says you can run a 12-hour day for 30 quid. And I've got to say, I'd actually checked the jobs on the exchange last week, and I would say 75% of them, small van, small van, small van, small van. But then there's, if you also have a look at how you got this name, I don't know. Up to me, Papa Yon Kuk, sure I pronounced that correctly. He says the thing is sometimes they go ping, ping, ping on a small van, and sometimes you can wait all day. That kind of is the nature of the beast, if you like. So there might be other ways to fill the time, but then that's what I say, that's when you're running. I mean, I was booked. The reason I was there on Saturday morning, so like I say, Saturdays, like bank holidays, hard to run. But because I've been running for like 6 months now, I did a job for a firm I'm trying to get into, Amiga, because it's at the top of my road. And then he rang me the next day and he went, look, I've got regular lorries coming in every Saturday morning, and it's local drops. So it's like, I've got to drive to the top of the road to pick it up. I know exactly where it is. I'm loaded by a fork truck. I had 3 drops, one in High Wycombe, one in sort of Aston Clinton, which is a little village near me, and one in Milton Keynes. Took me 2.5 hours and I was on 100 quid. And then I'm at home. It's beautiful. If I could get that every Saturday, that'd be lovely. But, you know, fingers crossed on that score. I'll keep you updated. There's another guy, Nicholas Curry. Hello, my friend. How you doing? He's running a small van. He's only just started. I was kind of reading between the lines. He's between 100, maybe one day 100, one day 175, one day 195, couple of jobs. So I think there is plenty of work for small van out there. So if you want to give it a bash, let me know. Let me know what you think. You know, I am just the mouthpiece for us all. Anonymous. He said, don't forget the cruise control. He's not wrong. When the new van, Jess came in with cruise control, and I've got to say it's absolutely brilliant. I used to hate the idea of cruise control because you're always sort of adjusting. But now you sort of, I go onto the motorway and I lock it now. On my van, I'm legally allowed to do 60 miles on motorways and dual carriageways, 50, I do one on speeds actually. 50 on single carriageways, and then sort of national speed limit on the others. So what I tend to do, because you've got the sat nav on the on the thing, I tend to lock it off at 64. If I lock the cruise control at 64, I'm actually doing 62, which means I'm kind of 2 miles over the speed limit. And I tend to lock it sort of kind of, you know, 2 miles is, I say like it's sometimes 64, sometimes 62. Just lock it off so that I'm bang on the speed limit and I'm going all the way. And because also you don't speed because you don't want the points, you don't want the aggravation. And also it's the fuel economy. If you can lock it off at 60 and do 58, then apparently the miles per gallon is decidedly different. But mainly just you don't want the grief, to be honest with you. But also you want to get there. So it depends on how much of a rush I am, I'll be honest. So, anyway, what else we got here? PODs. Danny Moranis, he says, what do you write on your PODs as a reference? Truth of the matter is, it doesn't matter. All the shipper is concerned about, the shipper is the guy who sends you the job. The customer is the guy who sends the shipper the job. This is as I understand it. You might want to correct me on this, but I think the customer is the person you pick up from and the person you drop off to. The shipper is the man that gets the job and you're the courier. So all the shipper really concerned about is the fact that they've got a piece of paper with a name and a signature so that they can prove that the job has been delivered. So then they can give that to the customer and the customer say, can you prove it's been delivered? They say, yes, it was delivered to this place and it was received by this person. And I can prove it because he's written his name on this piece of paper. The reference is for your own peace of mind. But I've got a new thing going on with PODs, right? And I also got to say thank you to that Danny who saw me at Amiga, because he's the one. If you contact the Courier Exchange people, they will send you through a PDF type thing of a template of a POD, and effectively what you get is this. Now, you can do this two ways. This is like on an A5. So what you could do is you could, if you're very good with Word, you might be able to lock it down and swerve it round and put it in a document or something like that, in which case you get two on a piece of A4, then you can cut them in half and then you just get two PODs every time you do like a bit of A4. The other thing is, and I'm going to get onto this one as well, time is precious, guys. I'm working 65.5 days a week and I've got accounts and I've got, all this to do, but I'm working on it, trust me. The other thing you can do, I bought myself a printer. I bought myself this Hewlett-Packard printer that sort of fills up with ink, and I don't use the library no more. And also you can print off your phone, which is brilliant, and it's got a document feeder on the top. So if you get all your PODs in a folder, first job you do, put it at the front. Second job behind it. Third job behind it. Boom, boom, boom. Then at the end of the week, you can put them all out in one go, shove them on the document feeder. You could do this in a library, in fairness. So you keep this at A4, because pretty much everything's A4. Then you get them all in order. And then at the end of the day, you put them all out, put them on the document feeder on the top, press copy, and they'll go through. And then each POD should be in order. So when you print all your invoices out for the week, the first invoice will go with the first POD, the second invoice with the second POD, and your copies you put in a drawer. It's got to be a much easier way of doing it. Working on that one. I'll do your video. That's what I do. What else we got? Robert Reynolds. So on my PPE one, he says what's also really useful is plastic corners. Plastic corners to put around pallets, plastic corners to put around boxes. Tell me more. I'm not quite sure how. I mean, I struggle to fit two pallets side by side, and sometimes I've got like a fag paper in between them, and if I've got to put a plastic corner on them, I don't think they're going to go next to each other. But I'd still like to know. Rob, tell me more. Tell me more. I'm interested. What else we got? Oh, yes. Now, this is another interesting one. My mate Ken Barnes, we talk on the phone all the time. You can phone me, by the way. If you go to the website, there's a phone, there's an email, there's a phone number. I don't mind. I'll talk to you. If it ever gets too heavy, I'll say, guys, I've got to go. I've got a job on. Or guys, I've got something on, but nice to talk to people. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love me radio. I love me audio books, but I'm happy to talk to anyone. A guy rang me up today. He was during the week. He was debating on whether to go for it or not because insurance was crazy money. It was like $4.5 grand for the year. I said that's excessive. He's moved down to Bristol. So he's not in like a high risk area. He's long wheelbase, clean driving licence. Guy was getting on for like 28.30, I think. Sorry, I was on the road. I should have written your name down. But we still done the maths on it. And I said, well, even with the high insurance, his van was covered. And I went, you could give it a bash. Maybe take the insurance out over like 6 months or a year with a possible cancellation. They even tried that Insurance Revolution, the mob I use. And like I say, I got it for about 1,700 quid. So I don't know. I don't know what's there. The daughter's boyfriend works in insurance. I should ask him. But he tends to insure farmers. So unless you're courier driving in a tractor, probably not going to happen. Anyway. I can't remember why I got onto that, but right. So, Ken Barnes, my mate out on the road. I hope you made it back in time for the missus's birthday, and good luck with the move, and good luck with the electrics. City Sprint. Now, people have said to me, "Do you just use the Courier Exchange?" I have just used the Courier Exchange because the Courier Exchange kept me busy, and then I've got to the stage now where I don't really need anyone else. I've got regular people that ring me up, and then if I need jobs, I use the Courier Exchange to bring me back. There are other things out there. There's a thing called Shipley, which when I was a removal guy, you could go in. The thing about Shipley is it's not live. The jobs will come up where you can bid on jobs and people will ask you. The thing about Shipley that's good is if you want to work on a Saturday or a Sunday, you can bid on small removals. I can bid on that Saturday. I'll be able to move some pallets for you. I'll be able to move some boxes. I'll be able to move your house for you. 250 quid for the day man and van, or 330 for the day two man and vans. That's the way to get some money in, like, you know. City Sprint, apparently, according to my mate Ken, what you do is you register with them. You have to go for an interview. I don't think they charge. You have to do like a test, the health test. That's something else I'm going to do. Where'd that go? Do a health test. And then what happens? They give you a T-shirt, and so you are City Sprint. So you have to change it the T-shirt, change it the uniform, probably put the cap on, and turn up as City Sprint. Like I say, anyone who's out there that wants to do it, that wants to get back to me, I'm happy with the exchange at the moment. If it ever gets to the stage where I'm not getting enough work or enough jobs, then that's the time when I'll actually start looking for other things. But at the moment, I'm kind of pretty much flat out, and I think we've had the quiet period now, we've had the kipper season, and I think we're coming into a busier season now. So, but like I say, if work starts to dry up, the way I work these videos is if I do it, I tell you about it. If I don't do it, tell me about it and I'll pass it on. But I can't tell you about something I don't know. So anyway, that's the other thing. Another guy, I wrote it down somewhere, I don't know where. Oh yeah, Dinky Daz, ADR. Now, ADR means that you're qualified to transmit like toxic goods or hazardous goods and stuff like that. Now, I'm not quite sure that someone said there's two ways to get an ADR. You can either do the online test, or you can go on a test, or go on a course, which is like 3 days. Now, I don't know if there's like different bands of ADR. Again, something that you could get into, because the good thing is if it's an ADR job comes up, then there's not that many people that can do it. It's like if you've got a fridge, there's not that many people that can do it. Having said that, and there's not a lot of fridge jobs I see come up, but there are quite a few ADR jobs do come up on the loads on the computer. So yeah, again, let me know if you're ADR. Let me know if you know anything about ADR, what you do. I'm intrigued. I haven't really, like I say, I'm kind of flat out at the moment, but if things ever die down a bit, maybe something worth considering. And the final question from my old market trader mate Dave the Crisps, who's David Winter. Like I say, if you're into guitars or anything like that, check out his channel, David Winter. He's the nicest guy I've ever met. Asked me the question: are the stars just pinholes in the curtain of night? No, they're not. You're chained to the wall of your cave, your platonic cave. Get out of there, past the fire, go out, see your platonic ideals. And why does the sun come up every morning? It doesn't. It's just an illusion caused by the world spinning round. There you go. Right, that's today's Sunday Q&A. I hope you all have a lovely bank holiday. I'm booked on Tuesday. I've got a lovely day. I've got one phone me up. Local guy, Luke at Dunstable Couriers. I've got 3 pallets coming out of Leighton Buzzard, which is 5 miles away from my house, going up to Northampton. That's a oneer, 3 drops. And then I've got to pick up a bar from Loughborough and take that down to Bushy in Watford, and that's worth another 120. So that's 220 less me diesel, and I know that's coming. And then also I might be able to squeeze in 3 pallets from their base over in Longmarsh and take that round to Slough, which means that will be a good day for me, which will be handy because I've lost the Monday. Although I'm now picking up on Saturday. So anyway, that's basically the size of things. I just tell you the truth. You tell me the truth. You let me know how it's working out for you. I hope it's working out well for you. It's good when you actually meet someone. Like I met that Danny with the curtain side, and I said, "How's it going?" And he went, "Yeah, it's going well." And people say it's going all right, and we've just started. Scott, I know I wish you had your curtain sider too, mate, but it seems like he's doing all right. And like I say, it gets easier. It's like, it gets easier. So anyway, I'm talking too much. So look, have a wonderful time. Have a lovely time with your family on the bank holiday. Enjoy your life. You only get one ticket to the gun show. Take care, take money.